Okay, so what happened after Moses helped the Jewish people in Egypt escape through the Red Sea? Well, while the Israelites were in the desert, now the Israelites were the people from Israel at the time, and Israel is in the continent of Asia. So while the Israelites were in the desert, God decided that he needed to teach them how to live properly. Now, how do we think he did this? Well, he decided to give them some rules. So just like we have rules in the classroom and at school, and you might even have rules at home, God decided that the Israelites needed some rules to teach them how to live properly. So what did he do next? Well, he called Moses up to the top of the mountain that we can see in this picture. And the mountain is called Mount Sinai. Okay, so Moses climbed to the top of Mount Sinai and he spent a long time on the mountain, listening to God and writing down what he said. Now, when Moses came down the mountain again, he had 10 rules written on some stone tablets, as you can see in the picture. And he told the Israelites about the commandments, the rules from God. So he told the Israelites all about the rules, the 10 rules, the 10 commandments that they must follow. Now, as I said, the rules God gave Moses are known as the 10 Commandments. And most Jews also believe that the rest of the Torah, the rest of the Jewish holy book, was given to Moses on Mount Sinai too. Now, we have looked at some of the 10 Commandments before in an RE lesson. However, this was quite a long time ago now. So I would like you to have a think. Do you remember or do you know any of the 10 Commandments? Could you pause the video now and have a think? Okay, Yetu, well, did you remember any of them? Well, don't worry if not, because we are now together going to look at the first 5 of the 10 commandments. So the first 5 are only worship God, make God the most important thing in your life, always say God's name with respect, make one day a week a special day for God, and respect your parents. Okay, now we're going to look at these one at a time now. So the first one, only worship God. Well, what does this mean? Well, by this, God meant that they shouldn't worship any other God. They should only worship him. They shouldn't worship any other God or any other person for that matter. They should only worship him. Now, the next one, make God the most important thing in your life. So this kind of links to the last one. So they should only worship God. So therefore, God should be the most important thing in their life, not another God or another person. God should be the most important thing in their life. Now, the next one, always say God's name with respect. So by this, God meant don't say anything bad about God or don't say God's name in a negative way, okay, in a bad way. Now, the next one, make one day a week a special day for God. Now, do you know what this day is called, Yetu? Well, this day is known as the Sabbath and it is a Sunday. So God wanted every person to make one day a week, the Sabbath, a special day for God. And then finally, we have respect your parents. So there are the first 5 of the 10 commandments. Now, your task is to look at the first 5 of the 10 commandments and decide which order of importance they should go in. So which of the 5 first ones is the most important, do you think, and why? Maybe you could write a little explanation of why you think it should go there. Which is the second most important, do you think? Which is the third? Which is the fourth? And which is the fifth? Okay, and as I said, can you write a little explanation as to why you think that is the first, the second, the third, the fourth, or the fifth most important? Now, you will find this on your resource, Year 2 RE, 2nd of March resource. Okay, and when you finish this, I would also like you to come up with your own 10 commandments. So what 10 rules do you think are really important to follow? You could choose some of the rules that we thought about for school and in the classroom, or you could think about your own rules, maybe at home. But I want you to come up with 10 commandments, your own 10 commandments that you think are really important to follow. And then after you've done that, so you've got to order the different commandments, you've got to think of your own 10 commandments, and then you have some questions here based on the video, The Story of Moses. So you've got number 1, who is Moses? Number 2, how did the Egyptians treat the Jewish people and why? What did God tell Moses to do? What did God send to Egypt? And what happened when Moses raised his staff? Okay, so if you could write some answers to these, and I would really like to see them when you send the rest of your work for this lesson into the office. Okay, Year 2, well, have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in our next RE lesson, which will be in School 4. Bye.